Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking to all my EDC Las Vegas first timers. You guys are some of my favorite people to interact with online because one, it takes me back to my first EDC every single time. And they're like, it's just the best feeling in the entire world. And you don't really know what to expect or what you're walking into, but you're going to leave being like completely transformed and with the most amazing memories. At least that's how I felt personally. So I wanted to make a video to help you guys prepare, get on the hype train. We are 2 months out from EDC Las Vegas, which is crazy. So I hope this eases your mind going into it, and now you will kind of know like what to expect at your first EDC. So with all that being said, I'm gonna just chat a little bit about my experiences. I've done 7 EDC Las Vegases, and this will be my 8th. I am going back this year, so I'm so excited to be there. Hopefully we can hang out and I'll see you guys. I'll keep you posted on any meetup plans and all that, but I will be there all 3 days with Beatbox Beverages, who I work for. So with all that being said, if you guys need more information, I have an entire EDC Las Vegas playlist that I will link down below. I have over 95 to like 100 videos on just EDC Vegas to help you prepare. So please go check that out. There's everything from like Camp EDC, EDC week, what to wear, hotel recommendations, like literally everything you can imagine. So definitely check that out after you watch this. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, all the things. All right, with that being said, let's start from the beginning. So I'm going to walk through like a timeline of what to expect from like the beginning to the end. So the first thing you can expect is to make friends on the strip before you even get to the festival. So if you haven't heard already, there is EDC week, which I think might start as early as Tuesday, if not Wednesday. They have everything up on the website and they will announce, all the pool parties, after parties, all that on the website and on their Instagram. You will make friends beforehand, and that's one of the coolest things. Like when you land in Vegas, there's just so many people there, like 400,000 plus people who come in for EDC. So like you're going to run into people on the strip, in your hotel, at EDC week events. There's pop-up shops. If you're doing hotel EDC, like you're literally staying in a hotel just with ravers going to EDC Vegas. So that's a great way to meet people. I've mentioned them before, but one of my partners, One and Only EDM, they're doing a full resort takeover at the Serene Hotel. It's like your hotel package. They have pool parties. They shuttle you to and from EDC. Like all of that is included in your ticket. And they do unlimited alcohol on the shuttle rides. So if you guys still need to book where you're staying, you and your friends need a place to go, you need transportation figured out, I will leave a link to them down below. My affiliate code is EmmaK. That will let them know that I sent you. So feel free to book that, because I know that the EDC Las Vegas shuttles are completely sold out. So if you miss those, you miss those. So this like has everything together. So I'll leave that linked down below. You're going to make friends beforehand. Like it's just such a good feeling to just bump into each other. The other thing I will mention is Raves does a pop-up shop every single year at the Luxor Hotel. And they have like accessories, clothing, DJ. So if you guys need to buy anything in person, you could go check that out at the Luxor, or not that far away if you want to Uber or drive over there. Rolita Couture is one of my favorite ravewear brands that I've worked with. They're based in Vegas. They have their store in Vegas. So they have tons of clothing. They do braiding, makeup, like all of that throughout like EDC weekend as well. So I will leave all that linked down below. Okay, next thing you can expect. So it's kind of hard to avoid this, but expect traffic. No matter what you do, I say this every year and you won't know until you go through it, but it is just so many people trying to get to the speedway and home from the speedway. No, I've taken like almost every form of transportation except for the helicopter. There's just fucking crazy traffic. So there's no way to really avoid it. I just always try and like leave early and err on the side of caution. So Friday there is opening ceremonies. I personally have always gone for the opening ceremonies just because I like to get there early and like not deal with crazy traffic. So if you can, go to the opening ceremonies, but that's a very long day. So understandably, if you don't want to do that, just know you could sit in traffic for a long time. Use the bathroom, bring snacks, bring water, make sure you have gas in your car if you're driving. And then the shuttles are usually a good option. Usually they cut through the Air Force Base, or they did in years prior. So the shuttles can be a good option as well. But just know it's going to be fucking crazy traffic. Sometimes it's taken 45 minutes to get to the strip, depending on where your hotel is. And it's taken 3 hours to get to the strip. Like I've experienced both of those things. And then leaving, same thing. Like I've waited in the Uber rideshare tent for like an hour trying to get an Uber. So you may want to leave a little bit earlier than the festival ending, because otherwise the entire festival empties out and you're trying to get an Uber while the same time everybody else is. So, and same with parking, like you're trying to leave the parking lot with everyone else. So I would just leave the festival a little bit early if you can. You just got to get one sunset set in, like at least one. The next thing you can expect, walking into the speedway for the first time is an unforgettable moment. And some of you have probably seen the iconic view of like coming in through the bleachers and then just seeing all of EDC like sprawled out in front of you. And you've got like the mountains and the desert in the background, and the strip is like far away. It's just like otherworldly, and it feels really beautiful. But if you don't get dropped off at the top there, or you're not doing Camp EDC, they come in from the bleacher view. If you come in at the bottom, which I think the shuttles dropped us off at the bottom sometimes, you can still walk up the bleachers later and just still get that view and experience at least once. But either way, when you walk in, like you will see the sheer scale and size. Like it is fucking bananas in person how big. Like it doesn't even do it justice. Each stage itself is massive, especially if you've never done a festival before, or if you've done like other small scale festivals. Like the size of these stages are probably like the main stage at that festival you went to, and there's 9 of them. It's crazy. So it's just going to be amazing. And then on top of that, when it transforms to nighttime, like it just is a different world. It's so neon. It's so beautiful. There's production, there's lasers, there's lighting coming from everywhere around you. There's performers, there's carnival rides. Like it is fucking sensory overload. So I always recommend to my subscribers, go early and do a lap of the festival. I've said this the last 7 years, but go early, get your bearings, like literally walk around, check out every single stage, kind of figure out where the bathrooms are, where the vendors are, where the medical tents are, where the oasis is. That's where you can go to like chill out if you need to like get a break from things. And that way you get like a feeling. So at least one night, especially if you're going to arrive at like 9 p.m., 10 p.m., like it's already craziness. It's already like nighttime and it's dark. Like I would still just try and walk around and get a feel for where things are. The next thing you can expect is crazy lines. So again, it goes without saying, there's so many people there. There's a lot of lines. So like merch lines, water refill lines, bathroom lines, like it can get really, really crazy. So usually there's multiple of things. So figure out what stages you're going to, what sets you're going to be at, and just try and stop at things before you go in. So like try and grab water before you go into a set, try and use a bathroom before you go in. Don't waste your whole weekend on lines. Like I've had friends, I've wasted an hour plus waiting on merch lines. Like don't do that. If you can, go earlier in the night when you first get there and just get it out of the way. Same with lockers, like try to do that earlier in the night, because it can get crazy. So I don't want you to be like wasting your whole night doing that. There's also vendor village. So sometimes like if you need, like I'll use my friend Vibe with Aid, for example. She really needed like a pashmina or like a jacket because it got super cold, and she waited like over an hour on the merch lines, or I think it was even longer than that. And then she walked by the vendor village and there were all these shops selling pashminas. So just know there's like other areas to buy merch that aren't just like the Insomniac general merch store. Speaking of weather, expect temperamental weather. So just check the weather predictions and be prepared. I always say bring layers no matter what. It is the desert. It's very, very hot in the day and it can get really cool at night. At least bring like a pashmina and a hoodie. I would get a locker if you can and just keep layers in there. Again, you can buy something if you need it. I've bought like a blanket in the past or like a hoodie, but I've been stuck there when we've had like crazy wind gusts that have shut down stages. There was just crazy like freakish temperature, and I was in like a little rave outfit with like a mesh dress over it, freezing my ass off. So just be prepared for, temperamental weather. And for me personally, I will never like not have a jacket on me. I will always pack a jacket and a pashmina. Alrighty, the next thing you can expect is insane production. As I've mentioned, this is like the biggest festival that Insomniac does. This is like the Rave Super Bowl. It's fucking bananas. Every stage has its own theme, its own stage design, its own production. The kinetic field is a different theme every single year. It's massive. Like it just wraps around so far and it's so crazy, the sheer size of it. And then usually like there's an owl or something else in the middle that like has different opening ceremonies that happen throughout the night, like visual effects. Like it's absolutely crazy. So definitely check out all the stages just to see the different production. Like Circuit Grounds always has like all these massive LED screens that like wrap around you. They're really good for that. Base Pod in the past had like tons of pyro, fire, lasers, everything. Neon Garden this year is going to have a roof. So that's going to be enclosed. That's going to be fucking bananas. Like every stage is absolutely beautiful and crazy. So be sure to like walk around and check them all out. And then you can't miss the fireworks. The fireworks are one of the most breathtaking things you will ever see in your life. You guys, it literally has kept me coming back for going on 8 years. Like Disney World doesn't have shit. 4th of July doesn't have shit. Macy's Day Parade, like whatever. It's nothing compared to like the EDC Las Vegas fireworks. So they go off around like 1 a.m., 1:15 every single night, unless there's crazy wind or weather and they can't do them. But typically every night. The sets will usually like play into them. So like I've been at an Eric Prydz set where he played Opus as like his outro and the fireworks started and my mind was fucking melted. And then it went into Res and it was just like the artists know how to like play into the transition of the fireworks show. And it is just like the entire sky. It goes on for at least 10 minutes. Like it's a very long fireworks show. It's not just a couple fireworks and it's done. Mind blown. It shakes the entire speedway. Your entire body will shake. Like sit down or stand up, gawk at it, stare at it in awe. It's fucking amazing. And there's different good like places to see it. So in the past layout, kind of where like Base Pod, Wasteland, and Circuit Grounds were, they go off on that side of the speedway, but there's great views from the top of the bleachers. Fucking bananas. Circuit Grounds is beautiful as well because it kind of like goes off in the background. So try and pick a different spot every single night because it looks amazing like no matter where you are, but there's like some good spots to see it at. Okay, last few things. You can expect some thick crowds, which I've talked about already. I know people complain a lot about overcrowding. It is what it is. Every single inch of the speedway is used for something. The crowds are massive. Like at Circuit Grounds, Kinetic Field, like these stages are huge. There's 50, 60, 70,000 people at each stage alone. Like it's fucking crazy. So just kind of like try and figure your way around. I always go up, like either up the right or up the left. I like never go down the middle if I can. If you have VIP, it's a little easier to navigate, but even there, like VIP sections are crowded as well. So just figure out a way to get like around the crowds. There's a lot of different pathways. So really study the map. I will do a full in-depth map walkthrough. That was hard to say. And I will show you guys like the different like ways you can cut through. So for example, like behind Cosmic Meadow, there used to be like Anniversary Lane, which was like memory lane. That was really cool. And if you're trying to get to like Stereo Bloom on the other side, instead of like walking through the Cosmic Meadow crowd, you can go behind the stage and it's just like a little pathway and then you're at Stereo Bloom and you just like avoided that entire fucking crowd. So there's little pathways and stuff that you can get around really, really thick crowds and sometimes you just can't avoid it. Which brings me to my next point, totems. Totems are so helpful at EDC, but you can expect to see so fucking many of them. There are so many totems, so many flags. They are so funny. I die every year. I look forward to them. They're just hilarious. They make it so much easier to find your friends. Like I've been in scenarios where somebody's had to go pee and we've like gone up to someone with a totem or a flag and we've been like, hey, do you mind staying put for like 15 minutes while my friend goes to the bathroom? And they're like, sure, no problem. So use the totems, utilize them. They're very helpful. They're like the easiest way to like find your friends in a crowd. You can expect to most likely be completely and utterly exhausted after EDC Las Vegas. Out of all the festivals I've ever attended, this one is the most taxing on my body. I get sick almost every single time. I need at least like a day or two off after the fact. So if you can take off time after EDC, do it. Like I've taken sick days off work because I just needed it. It's because of the hours. The hours are 7 p.m. to 5 or like 5:30 in the morning. Most festivals in the United States do not end that late. They end at 11, 12, 1, 2 a.m. where they have afters, but it is dusk till dawn. It is completely exhausting. Like I said, just the heat in the day, especially if you're doing pool parties, like nap when you can, rest when you can. Like you're going to sleep all the next day, wake up and do it all over again. So just really sleep as much as you can. Get your vitamins in, stretch, take your electrolytes, drink water, do all the things you got to do to like hydrate your body. Bring one of those rollers or like massage guns, like do what you got to do for your body. And then last but certainly not least, you can expect to be hooked for life. Like I said, it was a catalyst for me to be here today, to be honest with you. Like it was my first music festival ever, EDC Las Vegas 2015, and it just helped me discover what rave culture is. And it was my first time being exposed to a wider like audience of these people are here to freely express themselves. I had never seen people dressing like that before. I had never somebody traded candy with me for the first time, like the production, like it all just completely blew my mind. So again, whatever stage you're at in your journey, I just think like you'll never experience anything like it. And for me, it just made me fall in love with this culture so much more. And that's why I keep coming back every year. There's just nothing that can top it to me. And yes, it has its downfalls, as every festival does. Like it's not perfect. I talk about the issues every single year. With a festival that has 400,000+ people at it, there's going to be cons and there's going to be issues. You can't avoid that. But the pros for me personally outweigh it tenfold. And other people feel differently. I've had friends who have gone who are like, fuck no, that was not for me. That was so overwhelming, so overstimulating, too much going on, too many crowds, rude people. Yes, there's all of those things, but then there's so many beautiful, amazing things as well. So just adjust your expectations going into it. Go easy, take it easy on party favors and things like that, you guys. Like, do not go too hard. Be good to your body and your mind and your soul. You can do this festival sober if that is a choice for you guys. But I just know you're gonna have an amazing time, and I'm so excited for you to be going to your first EDC Las Vegas. If you see me, please stop me and say hi. I love when you guys say hi. Don't get nervous. Just say hi to me. Like, I love to meet you guys. It brings me so much joy to know that you're here and you watch my videos and you're having a great time, or you're going to see an artist that I recommended to you. Like, that's the best thing you can ever say to me. So I hope to see you guys there. I'm so pumped about it. Again, if you enjoyed this, it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe or share this link with a friend of yours so you let them know about my channel. That helps me grow here. And of course, check out my EDC Las Vegas playlist link down below, and you guys can go binge watch that and get prepared for the festival, along with all my vlogs. All my vlogs are linked in there from the last like 6 or 7 years as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.